What's up, guys? Blake Hawthorne, It's His Turf. Today we're going to be doing some tree removal, and I called in some professionals for some backup. Alright, so one of our customers called the other day. They said they had some large trees that were dying, and they want us to take a look. I called my buddy Paul. He came out, took a look. He's an arborist. He has a tree company here in town, Humble Trees. Alright, guys, I caught a glimpse of something earlier. Hey, what's under that shirt? What is that? And he said sure enough that they're dying out. Some of them are starting to rot. This is the obvious damage to the tree dying, but from the back side, if you didn't have that, you're saying just these indicators here show that there's something inside seriously going wrong with the tree that's dying. And he said sure enough that they're dying out. Some of them are starting to rot, so we needed to go ahead and remove them. We're gonna have to tie off cables in some of these. He was gonna have to climb some of these. I said, hey, you know, you come out here, take a look, give me a price, let's team up together. We'll use my guys, my tractor, my dump trucks, come out here and make the labor easy, and then that way, you know, we could use your expertise and your skills to climb them. Collaborating on this job with him is definitely gonna make it go easier. Like I said, it's dead tree. It's not something I feel comfortable climbing. It's a high risk, high liability coming out and doing these things. He feels comfortable and confident in that, and that's huge in this. You don't want to get up there, question what you're doing, so he can do this thing in his sleep. Paul also called in a couple other hands to help us. He called another tree service that's going to show up here, get some firewood that he's going to be able to resell, and it's going to save us on having to haul off another load. And then also a stump grinding company to show up, so by the time we're getting the trees down, he'll be grinding the stumps out, and we should have this whole job wrapped up and cleaned up in just a few hours. This was huge because it's our slow time of the year, and you know, every little bit helps. This allowed me to provide work for 3 of my guys for a day, getting out there and getting it taken care of. It's the best time of year to get out there and do some tree trimming. It's late December, and we like to offer that for our clients as this tree trimming. Guys, this is another example of why it's crucial that you team up and you have their contractors that you work with that maybe specialize in another area. I'm not a professional tree climber. He is. We came together on this project and got it knocked out. It not only went smooth, but it allowed us to be able to do a $2,000 tree job, had some really good margins, and do it in just a little over a half a day. Look at this lineup. What do you got here?
The 661C, an MS 461, and an MS 290.
Which one's your weapon of choice for today?
I'll probably use the 461 more. This one's nice for big stuff. It just rips right through it. This one isn't quite as heavy, but it still has a lot of power, so it'll handle big stuff, but you can run it all day without getting too worn out.
And what saw was that?
This is a MS 461.
Alright.
Steel, of course. What else?
Now that the big boy's got the tree down, what are you using now?
It's a 461C.
Okay, this is the one you were telling us about?
It's got some good power. It's not too heavy. The 440 is just a little less power. It's the same, pretty much the same saw, but it's a lot lighter than this one. Okay. I really like the 440, but this is an awesome saw too.
All right, we're gonna have to go check this point of impact, okay? All right, so the tree busted. Let me make sure we're focused. All right, so the tree hit the ground, it busted, top bounced over. We're gonna check the point of impact to see where it hit, because Paul was trying to guess exactly not only in line where he was hitting, but also to the point of where it was hitting, so. It almost looks like it moved my stick.
No.
So.
It's a couple feet off.
So
4 or 5 feet off.
Well, the crazy thing is look at where the point of impact was and after it bounced. And what do you think, about 4 feet shy?
Yep.
So right in line, about 4 feet shy, so. Not bad. I mean, he acts like he's done this once or twice.
See, this is why I unhooked my saw, because a healthy tree will never do this. I mean, it might crack, but that's just rock.
Yeah.
And I was 10 feet above it.
Right.
So if it had caught and really put a bunch of pressure on there, that
right there would have just shot you off, and
yeah, that would have been 10 feet up under where I was. You can see my spike.
Oh man, it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, man. Nothing to play around with.
As you gotta be a little bit crazy to be a tree climber, huh?
I have to be a little bit crazy.
All right, guys, I'm here with Paul DiGiacomo with Humble Trees. We had a fantastic day today. Got out here to do a lot of teaming up on this work. It was refreshing. It was refreshing to see everything come together, and man, I appreciate you kind of collaborating and making that thing happen, and you know, calling in the help today. But I want you to just kind of share. You were sharing with me earlier, you know, when you were up in the tree and just kind of that peace that you have, and I'd like for you to just kind of share that with you know, with everybody at home that's watching and got to see us out there today.
Well, it's a blessing from God to be able to climb, and I was able to start 10 years ago working with my dad. At the time I was a believer in the Lord, but I wasn't really on the best path, and just being able to cut trees over the years has been just a tremendous gift, because it's a difficult job, but once you get to a place where you're pretty good at it, you're able to have a lot of thinking time, and especially climbing up in the trees. You know, there are some scary times, and you're definitely reminded to speak to the Lord, but then there's also so many peaceful times, and you're able to just really just be in a place of tranquility and just closeness with God, and just thinking about the love of Him, and just whatever else you think about throughout the day. And over the years, it's become something that I just really love to do, and am honored to be able to do, taking care of His creation, and learning all the time better ways to care for the trees. And it's a bummer when we've got to cut a beautiful white oak like that one down like we did today. It was a definite heritage tree for the property, and the customer hated to lose it, and I hated to cut it, but it needed to go, and so I was honored to be able to do that. And it's great to be able to work with Blake, and he has the same care for the Lord's creation like I do, and so it's pretty awesome to be able to come out here and take care of business and have a good time, and
right. Oh, yeah.
Good brothers.
It was a blast. I mean, it really was. And you know, I think that this is we've talked about it a lot in the past, and we've kind of said that we were going to, you know, do some teaming up. I think this is probably, you know, not the last time that I'll get you in on video, and definitely gonna not be the last time that we do some work together. I'm excited to see how we can team up and knock some stuff out this next year and just help each other. And it's all about us, you know, kind of banding together and helping out brothers in Christ and having fun and making a little bit of money, you know, running our businesses at the same time. And
man, the Lord desires that the body be closer together than ever, all the time, but especially in these times that are hard right now, and the world being as dark as it is. So it's great to be able to unite. And
yeah, absolutely, man. And just like the other day, you stopping by the shop, and it sparked this job coming about and things happening, and you know, it's pushed me in my walk. It brought some things to my conscience just from us talking and, you know, fellowshipping together, and that's pushed and spurred me along. And so, you know, I thank you for that, because just in the casual conversation the other day, you know, at our shop, he stopped by, and you know, not only did we collaborate and, you know, land this project and get all that lined up that day while we were there at the shop, but in my walk, he spurred me along, and just those convictions and things that, you know, God convicts us in, and holding them accountable. And then, you know, I feel like I've been able to, you know, pour into you too, and it's just been awesome in the last few days watching God, you know, be at work in our lives together. And you know, this is what it's all about, is just that being on the Word and encouraging each other. And today, I've, you know, as sharpened, you know, iron sharpens iron, you know, so does one brother sharpen another. And that's how the way I feel today is, it's just really spurred me along and kept me in the right mindset in the midst of everything happening, because it was a crazy day. And
it was, man. And I was thinking that right before you said it, iron sharpens iron, and man, we work well together, and it's awesome. I'm grateful for your encouragement and your guidance, and I hope that I can be a light to you as well, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, brother. It's been awesome. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed today, kind of seeing some of the tree work. You know, this is definitely a service that you can offer in, you know, that January, February months. If you're a lawn care landscape guy, you know, if you are going to do some stuff like these rotten trees, you know, like he said earlier, just having to really step back and really appreciate what's happening, because it's not something you can just run into guns blazing. The whole time I was praying, you know, that he was up in that tree, it's swaying and it's dead, and you know, I'm just bathing him in prayer, because, you know, to protect him. And I know that he was kind of thinking the same things. And you know, like you said, Colin, you know, he's a professional, and you know, call in a professional arborist and, you know, tackle these jobs and, you know, collaborate, you know, use those connections that you have. And if you don't have them, build those connections. They're crucial to your company. And we're going to be doing some more work together pretty soon. We just went and looked at a job, and so hopefully you guys will be seeing that in the few weeks to come. But you know, it's been awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed, you know, seeing Paul in his element. And until next time, guys, we love you and have a good day.